Hello there, my name's Gemma and today I'm going to be talking about how to grow your glutes and everything that goes into that. I am a personal trainer and Pilates instructor from Northern Ireland, and I'm going to be talking to you today about how to grow your glutes. So I've broken down this video into 3 parts. The first part is muscle protein synthesis. Part 2 is the structure and function of the glute. And the third part is exercises that encourage growth of your glutes. To grow your glutes, you need to be in a state of hypertrophy. This means increasing muscle fiber size. Your muscles are in a constant state of flux, so they are always being built and being broken down. In order to stimulate muscle growth, muscle protein synthesis must be greater than muscle protein breakdown. There are 3 ways to encourage muscle protein synthesis. That is exercise, nutrition, and recovery. So getting into the nutrition aspect of things, you want to make sure that you have enough protein in order to stimulate muscle protein synthesis. You must ensure that you have enough calories and that you're consuming enough protein throughout the day in order for you to build muscle. This is in and around 1.8 to 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight. Also, aiming for adequate leucine, which is an amino acid, throughout your diet can also increase muscle protein synthesis. It is especially important for vegans to make sure that they have enough leucine in their diet. Your muscles need a stimulus in order to maximize muscle protein synthesis. That stimulus is exercise. So the hip joint has a number of movements. The joint has flexion and extension, abduction or abduction, and adduction or adduction. Horizontal abduction or abduction, horizontal adduction or adduction, and rotation. So we know that in order to build muscle for strength, we need to go for a heavy weight and we need to go for low reps. But we also need to focus on stabilization through the hip joint. I'm just gonna read this out because I keep messing it up. So according to Bompa and Carrera, improperly developed stabilizers hamper the activity of major muscles. So doing accessory work is really important. So this means that we need to move our hip joint through all the different ranges of motion and increase stability here before we add strength. The first exercise that we're going to go through here is our glute kickback. First of all, what you want to do is make sure that your hands are underneath your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips. From here, I want you to flex one foot, and then without moving your low back, I want you to make sure that you keep everything in that 4-point position, keeping the back nice and flat because we're isolating the glutes here. And then you're just gonna go up and down, making sure that the angle in behind your knee each time doesn't change. So you're pushing your heel up to the ceiling. Our next bit of work, we're gonna be down on our back. Everything is nice and flat. And then from here, you're gonna keep your legs in tabletop parallel with the floor, and from here I just want you to bring your knees to your nose. So this is going to get your abs as well, but it's also going to get into your hip flexors. Now the more straight you can take your legs up and down to the floor, the bigger the hip flexor work here. For abduction, we're going to go into a sideline climb. So elbow is directly underneath your shoulder and you're pushing the floor away. You're not getting lazy into that low waist. Your heels are together, your knees are stacked, your heels are in line with your bum. And then from here, keeping your heels together, you're gonna lift up and tap back down. Try not to let yourself roll because this won't be targeting your butt. So you want to keep everything in nice alignment and just make sure that you're feeling this in your mid-butt. Keep breathing all the way through. For this next one, I'm going to show you how to get horizontal abduction and adduction using the magic circle. So our first little bit of work we need to step in for. So this is adduction. So you're going to place the pads on either side of your knees, curl your toes in underneath, push the floor away and open against the pads. And bring yourself down. Okay, so this is a big challenge for your core as well. Next, we're going to switch over so that the pads are in against the inside of your knee or your thigh. Right, so curl your toes in underneath, push the floor away, and then from here, squeeze the pads on either side. And release. Hi, so the point of this video is for you to understand that there are many different aspects that go into growing muscle, specifically the glute muscle. So there is the aspect of nutrition, making sure that you have enough protein. There is the exercises, making sure that we're not just doing those compound lifts, that we are focusing on the stabilization work as well, and working in all different planes of motion, understanding those planes of motion of the hip joint, and making sure as well that we're getting adequate rest so that we're not training every day and we're not overtraining. You're getting enough sleep and you're consuming enough water as well. These are all aspects that go into how you can optimize building muscle. Thank you so much for joining me on this exploration of the hip and how to grow your glutes. I hope you really enjoyed this. If you have any questions, make sure you put them in the comments down below. Share this with a friend, and if you disagree with anything that I've said in this video or you'd like to discuss it further, just make sure that you're nice about it, because I'm pretty heavy-handed with the block button. Okay, so I will see you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this. Bye.